Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender-norm resistors. It's time to get back into Knights of the Old Republic with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Yes, we are back. We are not quite in the same position as we were when we ended. We are actually outside of the Sand People Enclave. I actually had to go in, and this is a known problem with the game. But thankfully, they have a KOTOR save game editor, where you can kind of basically advance it past the point of, hey, we need to find Griff, because sometimes Griff just doesn't appear. So Griff is now out, and he's back in Anchorhead, and we're ready to talk to mission afterwards and stuff. So had to change a couple things real quick, but we are good. So yeah, we're ready to do that, and then I think we're ready to go to Manane. I don't know how I have no idea. Their pronunciation on some of their stuff in Star Wars is just insane. Anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the game, shall we? All right, so we can just return to the Ebon Hawk, and we'll actually run into Griff here.
Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Oh, well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know. I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis, you didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
That and, you look good, sis. Like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, you think you could spare me a few credits to get back on my feet? Do you?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time.
So now what, Griff?
You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know?
I mean, I could spare 100 credits.
That's it, huh? Figured you'd be able to spare a bit more than that.
Really?
You know, I'll take whatever I can get. Don't worry about me. I've already got a job waiting for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Grita's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
Right, so now we can...
Hey there, what can I do for you? Look, I'm happy Griff's alive, but I'm mad at him right now. And I don't know what kind of job he's got for you, but I don't trust him. It's probably just another scam. So, is there anything else you need?
No,
okay,
I think
have it your way.
I think that's it. So, yeah. With that, we can actually go and talk to Griff in Greta's shop and be like, hey, so what's... Because I don't really want to leave her with, being mad at her brother and standoffish and stuff like that. I want to show her that, hey, we're willing to help.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you could help me with this anyway. It's, more of a job for your friend here.
All right, what's the job?
As you may know, Tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taurus is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and, very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe.
So what, you want to open a bar?
I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Teresian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch, and now that Taurus is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Teresian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse.
Don't worry, I'll get the tack glands for you.
Yeah, I knew you'd come through for me. You won't regret this. You'll see. Just don't take too long, okay? This guy from the Exchange could stop by any day. I kind of told him I already had the stuff, so if he shows up and I'm empty-handed, well, let's just say I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
I mean, we do have tack glands.
You're back!
I have the tack gland. Take it.
Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Teresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Teresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to your Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Teresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, at least 20 times your investment.
I really don't think we should be, but
Wise move.
right, here.
I can see you really understand how business works. Now, when you see your chance, you jump at it, huh? That's my motto. I better get started on brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll have a down payment on what I owe you.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I appreciate everything you've done for Griff. You know that, right? I just hope things work out for him this time around. I guess we'll find out when he meets up with us at the Zerka Corp shop. If he's got those credits he promised you, then maybe there's hope for him yet.
Maybe. I'm not exactly holding my breath. You're the friend of Griff, right? He gave me a message
I
for
don't
you.
like the sound of this.
He told me to tell you that he made a mistake brewing the Teresian ale. It didn't work out right for some reason. What kind of mistake? He told me the tack gland was ruined, and he said he wasn't going to stick around and have to face the Exchange contact. Did he say where he was going? He hopped aboard the last shuttle. I don't know where he was heading, but I can't say I'm sorry he's gone. He's one of the worst employees I've ever had. He was always on break, he mixed up orders, and I think he might have been stealing from me. Cheapskate owes me credits. You and dozens others. I was smart enough not to give him an advance on his wage, but you can kiss your credits goodbye. People like Griff, they know how to disappear when they get in too deep. You won't hear from him again anytime soon.
Damn it,
Waste
Griff.
of time.
Won't you ever learn? How can my own flesh and blood be so stupid?
There's one last thing. He said to tell his sister goodbye. To tell her he's sorry. Right. So,
Hey there. I want to thank you for helping me with Griff. You did everything you could for my brother. More than most people would have. I know it might look like it didn't make any difference in the end. Griff's in debt and on the run like usual. But at least I know we tried to help him.
don't give up on him. He could still change.
I know people can change no matter how bad they were, but I'm not holding my breath. None of us is perfect, but I've come to realize that Griff is a little less perfect than most. My brother is what he is, but I've learned to deal with that. I'll never forget that he looked after me when I was just a kid, but I don't feel like I owe him anything anymore.
So, you're okay? That's a very mature attitude, Mission.
I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up again, I'll deal with him. But I'm not going to dwell on my brother anymore. It's time to move forward. So, is there anything else you need?
Nope, that's about it, thanks.
Okay.
So yeah, we gained a light side point because we helped her out and did everything we could for her brother. So we do need to, so we're ready to go back to the ship and head off to the next planet. And I'm sure we're going to be ready to talk to a bunch of people in our ship. And it's kind of like, hey, so yeah.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Did it backfire?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive, in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
Asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship?
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
No,
Your choice.
So yeah, that was an interesting tale.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Wait. Okay, so... I'd like to try restoring some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are a request, I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master.
Are you implying that I'm inept?
Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such.
Maybe we'll try later. I want to save first, so... I want to save before we go tampering with stuff.
Request. Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. Now close the last panel. I am afraid the operation did not succeed, Master, though it was a valiant attempt for a meatbag. Supplication. Perhaps it would be best if you desisted your efforts for the moment, Master. This seems to be going nowhere. As you...
Okay, so we need to have our repair skill, I think, up a ways, and our repair skill is pretty flimsy. I mean, you would think that we'd be able to...
Got something on your mind?
Yeah. Why did you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Ollamh in mating season. Ugh, frightful.
So you wanted to ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
If you don't want to answer the question... No, seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Is this your comment on my breath?
No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
I've never heard of him.
No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Is there supposed to be some hidden meaning in this?
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
And how did you know?
Swirling force, remember? Jedi here. Granted, I was just interpreting the signs, but we get trained in that sort of thing, more or less. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed too, or those could have just been gurgling noises. No, well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and
Really?
tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
Yeah? But how can you even be sure that Andor was what does this have to do with you coming with me?
Well, hey, the chances may not be great, but when one has the opportunity to see something like that twice in a lifetime... Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Right, so basically what he's saying is, hey, you know, it's entirely possible that your destiny might not go the way you plan. You don't talk much, do you? Just chime in whenever you want. Have any advice? Okay. Jahani?
Yes.
Something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
What?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine.
What are you saying?
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastilla. Taris, my homeworld.
I'm sorry, Jahani. I didn't know.
If it were not for you and Bastilla, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastilla. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood.
But
Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
calm yourself. Remember the
There
Jedi
is no
Code?
emotion. There is peace. I suppose you did what you had to, and it could not have been avoided. The Republic needs you and Bastila. Maybe needs you more than it needed Taris. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
You'll be all right, Jahani.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
So yeah, she's still struggling with some pretty dark shit, some pretty dark thoughts and stuff like that. All right, I think we're done with her. I don't think there's anybody out this way, is there? No. Okay.
Yes.
Is something wrong?
I was remembering Taris.
Okay, let's go ahead and go through, because we probably missed quite a lot while we were on Kashyyyk without her.
No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
How did you
My
survive?
family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one would help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
One of the Jedi you met, you mean?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order.
Yeah.
The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Fled from where?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
All right. Anything
How may
else? I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to...
Are you doing all right?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What's wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quattro, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
I mean, if I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust. How may I be of... What is it you... I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
That must have been difficult for you.
Yes, it was. I find it difficult to speak of those things. I do not want to live that way ever again. And here, it seems different. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
Hey, we're all in this together.
Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
Of course.
How may I be of... What is it you...
Okay, we don't have anything
Of
else
course.
to talk to her about. Okay, good. I'd like to know a little bit more about it. You've seen more than I would have allowed, and taught me some things too. I'm grateful for that. It will be a while before I know what my role in the making of Kashyyyk truly... know what my role will be in making Kashyyyk truly free. I have a lot to learn. I'm sorry we couldn't stay on Kashyyyk longer. You and I have important things to do. I don't feel bad about leaving this time. I know I'll be welcomed back. Why did you request Baka's sword? I'm not sure I really know. Father expects much of me. I guess I do as well. I think when I've learned enough, I'll bring it back to Kashyyyk. What happens then, we'll see. Alright. I was wondering if you could help me with a problem. And she wants someone threatened or a door bashed in, you should ask someone else. Okay. I really wish we could, like, take control of our astromech droid and, like, have him go in and, like, deal with HK.
Yes, what's on your mind?
We didn't end our last discussion very well.
Well, I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
Why don't you return to the front lines then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Don't worry about it, Karth.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes more than once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Only if you agreed to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
All right.
Yes, what's in...
Besides, I'm pretty sure we'll deal with...
You got it.
I'm pretty sure we'll deal with Saul before long.
How can I help?
Why did the council send me with you on this mission?
Why? I could not accomplish this on my own. I need the aid of others, especially one who is strong in the Force. The bond between us made you a natural choice. Besides, the events on Taris prove that the Force wanted to bring us together for this mission, and there is little left to chance when the Force is involved. Is that not enough for you?
It just seems odd that they would send me off without a master to guide me.
I admit, there were times that I wondered if this is more than just a mission to stop Malak. There were times when I wondered if this was also a way for the Council to test my own abilities.
I get the feeling there's more going on than I know.
I wondered if the Council wanted to see how I would help and guide you on our quest. I wondered if they were testing me to see if I was ready to become a Jedi Master myself. And then I realized how foolish such thoughts were. As the Council explained, sending a Master in our group would only have drawn unwanted attention from the Sith. The fate of the galaxy is at stake. The Council would not risk it merely to test me. They calculated the risks, and in the end chose the only option available.
I guess that makes sense.
You must learn to trust in the wisdom of the Council. Your destiny will come when it's appointed time. You mustn't be so impatient.
You're right. I suppose we should get back to the mission now.
Come on, come. Let's move on. There's much to be done. How can I help?
Okay, so...
Then I suggest...
Alright, I think we've talked with everybody. So we are ready to go to, I think it's, no. Yeah, Manan. Terrain, worldwide, ocean, native species, Selkath, docking city of Otto? Anto? I don't know. The text is very, very small and not particularly clear. Okay, looks like we are free and clear without a fight. Awesome. So we do know that the, we have the apprentice, we have the apprentice's apprentice after us now. Okay, so, yeah. Looks like it's a well-known place with all the lights around it, with all the work lights around it, but it looked like it was underwater with the bubbles coming up, so... I mean, the ocean, the planet is mostly ocean.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manan is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
It looked like the star map was underwater.
The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
All right. You know what? We'll take our 2 droids. We'll start off with our 2 droids, and then we'll kind of cycle through everybody and get everybody leveled up. Alright, level you up. We'll do your dex. Probably ought to do your constitution. Skills, let's do... We'll get your repair up, and we'll get your computer use up. We'll go ahead and do that too. Yeah, that's fine. Feats. Alright, you're Master Gearhead. You are good with that. Improved Caution, which gives you a +2 skill point bonus for both demolitions and stealth, which really doesn't help much. Now, we could do an improved Toughness. That would be a good one for you. All right. And can we come over here and... No, damn it. I did not mean to go in. I was just trying to get around.
Statement. HK-47.
Oh, I want...
As you...
All right, fine. Party select. All right, let's remove you guys. Add you 2.
Yeah?
All right, and we'll do there. All right, you have your heavy weapons done. You have your toughness all the way up. Gearhead, which adds to the repair. Conditioning, or we could do implants. Let's go ahead and get you some implants. See, now we could do that. We can say stabilizer, which increases your demolition, which isn't really helpful for you. But we could say maximum dexterity bonus of +0. But it does give you +11 and gives you resistance to electrical damage. We'll go ahead and just let you have that. Why not?
What?
All right, we need to level you up. We'll add some constitution. Treat injury. Like, I don't know if I don't remember the last time we did anything with Karth. Go ahead and give you perfect sniping.
Your wish?
Right. She's ready to level up as well. Okay, so see here. She's got perfect. She's perfect as far as her lightsaber. Let's do advanced Jedi defense. Powers. We'll give her. We'll go ahead and give her some excess speed. Actually, you know what? We'll give her better force armor. Okay. That's both of them. Great. Let's go ahead and get Mission and Big Z. See if either one of them are ready to level up. Nope. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do Bastila and Karth this time. Why not?
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Why did the Sith upset you so much?
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law?
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith. and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
What is Kolto?
You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
Wait, the Republic and the Sith both stay here?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
No,
of course.
I think I'm good.
If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
That was rattled off very quickly. But okay, so we have Sith hangar, private hangar, and okay. You look like you are selling something. Greeting humans and welcome to Otto City. Visitors Providence stand. We are here to provide visitors with all manner of indigenous treats and products produced here. We carry all manner of foods and provisions and have contracts with resellers across the world to provide you, the customer, with the best shopping experience possible. How is it that the Otto City Provisional Company can help you today? I'd like to see your inventory. Of course, the Otto City Visitors Provincial Stand is here to service you, the customer. All right, I want to go ahead and sell some stuff. Computer spike, right. All right, regular crystals like yellow crystals we can go ahead and sell. Blaster pistols. Blaster pistols, I think we can go ahead and sell those. Let's see here. What are you? You are a blaster pistol of 3 to 10 plus 2 physical. 3 to 6, but 1 to 10 versus droids. And DeLorean Rippers, we can go ahead. All right, regular bowcasters we can sell. Disruptor rifle. All right, resist sonic, increases computer demolitions and security. Light scan, awareness +4. We'll go ahead and sell that. Awareness +2, demolitions +1, security +1. We've got a better one there. Save wheels +2. Resist sonic. Saves will +3, plus it gives you awareness. Good God, there's just so much stuff here. All right. All right, stimulants we'll keep. Mines we can sell. Okay, that should be good. So we have hyperadrenal stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's good. We're good. I suppose we should actually go through Karth's blasters and see what he can use. So this one is 6 to 11 is what it is. So 4 to 9, 3 to 10, 7 to 14. Seven to 14, okay. And we'll take you, and we'll say we're gonna go with Karth's specialty blaster. That's got him pretty well done. Now those gloves give him a +1 to dexterity, which is what he really needs. You currently have a 20, that'd be 21, but it would sacrifice 1 point of dexterity bonus, which is fine.
What can I do?
What?
All right, so right, we do need to go this way. We just need to open the door. Yes, there's some Kolto tanks. All right, Baslo, what's going on?
How can I help?
Look like you have something to say.
I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us.
What was that? I think I'm going deaf. Could you say that again?
You're teasing me. You know very well what I said.
It's just that you sounded pained to say it.
Did I? I am trying to be sincere here. It occurred to me that I may have been too critical of you. Too demanding at times.
Well, thank you I appreciate the gesture.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Since you're not self-absorbed or stodgy.
That's kind of you to say, but I know for myself it's not really true. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. Maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I had to tell you how much I care for you. As a friend, of course.
I'm glad you did.
That was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better. But enough soul-searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Agreed. So yeah, there's the point where we could technically start a romance with her, though Jedi are supposed to avoid that. All right. Oh, we don't have... There's no map for this spot, huh? Security droid, we have... Yeah, what do you want? My name is Jolan. Just a traveling Kazakh player. Are you interested in the game? Not right now. I'm not really into Kazakh. Sorry, it's... What are you? You are... Port Authority. Welcome to Manan. While you are here, I trust you will follow all the rules governing the activities of off-worlders. What are the rules exactly? The single most important law on Manan is very simple. Colto smuggling is punishable by death. If you're carrying any unprocessed colto, you better have a permit. The rule is also very simple. Keep the peace. Here in Manan, we maintain a careful neutrality. And we react very harshly to people who jeopardize our neutral status. Any confrontations between Sith and Republic are dealt with swiftly and decisively. Is this understood? Sir, yes, sir. Goodness. I understand. There's also a docking fee of 100 credits. You have to pay this fee each time you dock on Manan, or you will not be permitted into Alto City. Very well, here's the dock. I mean, at least it's not Zerka Corp trying to get our fee. Right. Here's a visitor guide and map to the city. Gates are now open to you. You may come and go as you please, as long as you do not leave the planet. If you do, you will have to pay the docking fee once more. Got it. At least now we should have... Oh, maybe we have to look at the map? It's a very lovely looking world. We'll say that. It is very lovely looking. So we have East, City East. See if there's anybody other than just travelers. We have a door here.
Bastila, did you ever think about joining all the Jedi who were running off to follow Revan and Malak when they went to fight the Mandalorians?
That was nearly 5 years ago. I was still an apprentice. My battle meditation hadn't even manifested itself. Yet even then I had the wisdom to obey the will of the Council. Unlike Revan.
I guess. Still, do you ever wonder if things could have been different? I mean, would Revan and Malak still have been corrupted if the Council had supported them instead of dragging its feet?
Do not blame Revan's corruption on the Council. Your Republic saw only the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the Masters saw beyond the immediate threat.
What did they see exactly?
There was something lurking out there. Something that devoured Revan and Malak, and many other Jedi. Had the Council sent us all into the unknown, how many more would have fallen?
So you're saying we should have done nothing? Just let the Mandalorians conquer us unopposed? I mean, the Republic was under attack, and the Order abandoned us.
We did not abandon you. But the Council were not about to throw lives away foolishly. In time, we would have aided you against the Mandalorians. But you couldn't wait. Revan and Malak offered a quicker answer, and the Republic chose to walk the easy path rather than the path of wisdom. Now we see the results all around us. You asked me if I think things could have been different. I know they could have. If Revan had only listened to the Council, millions of innocent people would still be alive.
Yeah, right. And every single one of them would have been speaking Mandalorian. I think we're done here. Let's just get back to the task at hand.
Good grief. Would you two stop bickering? Alright, so here's the west corridor. Or courtyard. Okay. Give me just a moment here. I need to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So, I think the West Courtyard was where the Republic was, right?
I was told that you're a friend of Jolie Bindo, and that Jolie has returned to the sector. Please, I must speak to him. It's very urgent.
Who are you?
My name is Elora. My husband, Sunry, and Jolie are old friends. Now Sunry needs Jolie's help.
I shall tell Jolie immediately.
Please, I beg you to bring Jolie to speak to me about my husband. Sunry's life depends on it.
Okay. Well, Karth, you're gonna have to go back for a moment.
Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Elora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Elora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Okay. Well, that's fun. Alright, there's a guard here. What is this? This is the holding cell. Well, I don't think we just want to barge into the holding cell. Let me guess, is this the courts? Yes, the High Court. Alright.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I'm aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witnesses report clearly state your Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as a Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. I find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for the breach of the peace. I should throw all parties involved into the Otto City jail, but since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. The court is dismissed, though I warn you further, disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency.
If it weren't for the Republic, Manan would already be under Sith control. But we haven't heard one word of thanks from the Selkath.
I'm Judge Selkath, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manan. It is my task today to answer the needs of off-world citizens of both the Republic. If you have a legitimate grievance with another party, then you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Understandable. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. That is acceptable, I believe. In Manan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove that his innocence in court. The arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You are now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. We'll now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time with which to investigate and organize a defense for your client, and I advise you to use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Alasa Huros. He has been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Witnesses claim that they have to have seen the killing and are being detained in the hotel in question pending the trial. The manager of this hotel has been informed of your appointment. Lhasa was found dead with a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic metal clutch in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review the information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witness. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case, and you are an officer, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. Okay, so yeah. So we could actually, you know what? I am going to go ahead and add in some stuff to my repairs. We can go to ultra speed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save here real quick. All right, so we should probably go and talk to Sundry, get his side of things. You may come and go as you please, Arbiter. You will find the door unlocked. If you wish to begin your trial, you must make the request with the warden. It shall then be passed on to the judges. Are you your son?
Jolie, what are you doing here? Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcast seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
All right. Let's go over the evidence.
I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Ollamh there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Ollamh into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Ollamh was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
I need to investigate the case more. Any ideas where I should look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with off-worlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my
There are a few things we need to clear.
Go ahead,
Are there? The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Okay,
Very well.
Going now.
Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden.
Right. Okay. So he was actually trying to turn her. All right. Where is the hotel?
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Now that's a little...
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive, right?
Why are you hiring mercenaries?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now, excuse me.
Okay, so I'm guessing the hotel will be back on the east side. Human, I wish to speak with you. Okay. Greetings, human. My name is Nico Waz. I hope you're enjoying yourself here in Otto City. Our floating city is beautiful, is it not? It is truly a wonder to behold. You are too gracious, human. The beauty of Manan is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile, and I fear for the preservation of my planet. What are you talking about? There's a task I would ask, humans, Jedi. I fear there is nowhere else I can turn. What do you want me to do? Rest assured, there will be ample reward for this human. I only require information, nothing more. Okay, you're still not telling me what it is. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Selkath people, this is a great concern to me. I only seek the reason for this change in Republic policy. Why do you need me for this? I cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep their secrets. I have inquired often as to their purpose, but been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give me an accurate report of events. They will twist the truth so that it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Fair. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions, and I will pay you 500 credits.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Please, see if you can find the answers I seek. Find why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries. Find where they are going. Find why they do not return. Them not returning is of concern. I'll look into it for you. Once you discover the information, please come speak to me. Believe it or not, I am a friend of the Republic. Whatever the truth, I shall do my best to protect the Republic's interests, and those of the Selkath, of course. Wait, is this the hotel? No, this looks like... Greetings, human. My name is... As I have heard, it said that you are no friend of the Sith. Is this true? My allegiances are my own business. You are wise to be so guarded, human, but my sources are rarely wrong. They have informed me that you are no friend of Malak's people. Though I suspect we have little in common, human, I share your dislike of the Sith. They have brought grief to my family. I am not a fool. I know the Sith do not respect our laws as the Republic does. Were it up to me, I would do everything in my power to aid the Republic in the war against Malak. But intergalactic politics stay my hand. Still, I know the Sith are evil, and I fear what they will do to my people, and what they might be doing now. What are you talking about? Many of the Selkath have vanished, human. Most who have gone missing are on the cusp of adulthood. The youth will someday lead the planet. My own daughter, Shasa, is among those who have disappeared. These disappearances coincide with the arrival of the Sith, and I cannot dismiss the connection. The Sith are up to something human, something sinister. I can feel it. You want me to investigate these disappearances? I will give you 500 credit if you can uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth. Not much, but all I can afford. I have no official authority in this matter, and my personal wealth is not vast. There's no one else I can turn to, human. The Republic agents are too closely watched by the Sith, and Alto City authorities cannot act without proof of Sith involvement. I shall look into those disappearances for you. I cannot imagine where to begin the investigation, though I suspect the Sith do not act alone. Perhaps offworlders in this mercenary enclave know something. Or in the mercenary enclave. If you learn anything, human, report back to me at once. If you uncover the fate of my daughter, the other missing Salkath youth, I will reward you as promised. So there's Mandalorian mercenary, just a regular mercenary. Ganto Yob?
I hope you're here to play some Pazak.
I wanted to ask you some questions.
I prefer to make my credits gambling, but I never turn my back on an opportunity. Maybe this can be a profitable exchange for both of us.
Do you know anything about a recent murder?
What do you expect when a Sith spy and a Republic war hero are having an affair? Anyone could see it would end ugly.
An affair? What are you talking about?
Oh, so you didn't know about Sunry stepping out on his wife? Well, it may have been a secret to some, but I'm not blind. I should have charged you for that juicy tidbit. But I figured anyone investigating the murder would have already figured that out by now. Okay, you got a freebie out of me. But that's all I know about Sunry and his hot Sith side dish. You done wasting my time now, or you got some more questions? So clear out.
Now.
If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as it is. Maybe that Iridorian skullslacker at the bar, or the Ajani nerf herder cowering in the corner is available. So why you telling?
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
I'm investigating a recent murder.
What is there to investigate? Obviously, Sunry is guilty, but the Republic is doing everything they can to keep him out of a Selkath prison. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind. You know?
I hear you Sith are taking an interest in Selkath youth.
We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind. You know? Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Alright, so we have a cantina up here. So I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to go back to the main courtyard and go east. So, what is this again? This is, all right, the port official.
Jolie, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes.
So, you don't have a problem with Malak and the Sith?
I want to stop Malak as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you are quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
I always feel a little weird when they bring up somebody like this, where it's like they're a gray Jedi, but they're not a Jedi. Jedi are firmly on one side as opposed to the Sith. Somebody in the middle is something completely different.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
All right, we have a shop there. Who are you? Shady Rhodium. I don't know what any of this stuff is. East Courtyard. Wait, aren't we in the East Courtyard? We are East Central. All right, there's the Republic Embassy. What's through here? All right, Visitors Hotel.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Ollamh, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good 'cause he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
All right. I want to ask you something else.
What do you want to know?
I'm not going to, try and persuade him. What do you know about the two?
Ollamh used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who were the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
Nope. I'll go for now.
If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
It doesn't feel right to just be like, hey, you know what? You tell them what I want you to tell them.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about the two?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
What do you mean he was, having a relationship with her?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Oh, well, Alassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
What did you see?
Well, one time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
She was a dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Okay. Which makes it even less likely that the murder happened as described. Here with the Selkath, you have questions for Glupor. Glupor already say everything he knows. Yeah, I have some questions. Glupor tell everything to Selkath. You not know? Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything about murder, everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you in the hotel? Glupor staying at hotel. Glupor not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupor to live at. But Glupor stayed for weeks, using Glupor's chance to live better for a while. What did you see? Glupor not see murder. Oh no, Glupor see Republic Guy, the cripple, Sunry his name. Glupor thinks Glupor see Sunry running away. Glupor not say anything else, nothing else at all, especially not in okay. What about her room? Glupor just curious to see what had happened. Glupor have no reason to go into the room. No one paid Glupor to do it. Did someone pay you to go into that room, Glupor? I know someone paid Glupor. Well, Sith Man came up to Glupor after murder. Before Selkath arrived, he said Glupor get good money if Glupor put metal in Sith's hand. Glupor good, Glupor plant evidence and leave no trace, but Glupor not recognize Sith Man. Anyway, Glupor not recognize humans very well. No use to Selkath, so not bothered to tell them. Well, that and Sith Man say he killed Glupor. Glupor speak. Oh no. Glupor think he can't talk no more right now. Glupor feels the need to lie down. So Glupor snuck into the room and planted the evidence.
No problem. Got it.
Okay, so yeah, there's some shady shit going on.
You were the one defending... The Sith... He can't run... No, I don't think...
Yeah, see, this is just trying to get him to change his
What do you want?
testimony.
Well,
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so, kinda.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
They'd just give it to me?
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
I think Sundry probably is innocent of it all, and the Republic might have killed him and then the Sith had killed her, and then the Sith planted the metal.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
I'm investigating the Sunry case.
I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic.
That's one possibility.
If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else?
Why are your soldiers loading so much Kolto?
Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. Then I shall wish you good day.
Right, so of course he is pushing us to say, hey, check out the...
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any... I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer...
Welcome to Manan. Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
I seek a star map, the remnants of an ancient and forgotten race.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan?
You know something?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
What do you want me to do?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Faraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Where's the droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
how do I get into the Sith
There
base?
are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Is there another way?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
I will try to decrypt the
Good
pass
choice.
card.
We've been working at that for a while, but it's been too difficult so far. Maybe you'll have better luck. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
All right. Because I do believe, I don't remember what is our security is a 16. So, yeah. And our computer use is 10. So we probably would be able to do it.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
What kind of holes?
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
All right. All right, switch to fisheye view of some sort, surveillance device in the wall. As she walks farther into the room, he softly somebody shot her in the back. This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunry murdering Alasa. Okay. So, yeah, so let's see here. So computer switch to fish. Beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. As she walks further into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. All right, decrypt the Sith passcode. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 4, 7. Okay, so 1 plus, all right, so 1, 2. But then plus 1, plus 1. Okay, okay, so 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3 would equal 7. 7 plus 4 would equal 11. 11 plus 5 would equal 16. So 16 plus 6 would equal 22. All right, so now we have 21 to 18 would be minus 3. 18, 16, 15, 15. Okay, so then it would be 18 again. So see, it's 21 minus 3 would be, right? Yeah, and then 18 minus 2, 16 minus 1, 15 minus 0, 15 plus 1, 16 plus 2. Multiplicative, all right, 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. So 32 times 2 would be 64. Divisive. Okay, so divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, 2. Exponential. Okay, so 1, 32, 81, 64, 25. Okay. I think I'm going to need to pull up a calculator for this one. So let's see here. That would be... All right, so exponential would be what? So 1... What would 32? 16. Okay, so we need to find... So... All right. All right, so 25 would be 5. Okay, so let's see here. So 81 is 9, or oh wait. Maybe so 3 times itself would be 9, times itself would be 81. 4 times itself would be 16, times itself, times 2 would be 30. So 4 times 4 would be 16, times 4 would be 64. So 2 times 2 times 2. No, that wouldn't. 32 is the one that's setting me off. So 5 times 5. 83, it seems. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess it was. So, all right. Logarithmic pattern. So 10 minus 83 minus 32. Sequence pairs. Okay, so 10 minus 83 minus 32 would equal 105. Negative 105. So 5 minus 128. Okay. I know that there's a way to figure this out. So let's see here. So well, see, those that's one time. See, that's not necessarily showing. That's like 1 and a 0 minus 8, and okay, that would be negative 8. 3 minus 32, may a negative 29. 5. Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like there's the spaces in them are kind of throwing me off because it doesn't look like it's just a straight number there. So we have 1, 0 minus 8, 3 minus 32, 5 minus 128. 1, 3, 5. Unless it's going by primes, in which case it would be. Okay. So we are right there. We were right there, and this goes back up to 18. This one goes to 64. This one went to 2. This one was 6. Yes. Okay, so the logarithmic matrix. Oh boy. Give me just a moment here. I need to make another real quick trip, so we'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So it's definitely a logarithmic. So it's 1 and 0. Let's pull up our calculator again here. So 1, 8. Well, 8. Wait, no. Unless it's saying that this is by something is that. So if we say, so like 1 to the 0. So it, or no, 1. So 2 times 0, right? But 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32. So we need to figure out how many times we multiplied that 2 by how many 2 by how many power is that is 128. So 2 times 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 5. So 6, 7. Okay, so yes, 7 would bring it up to, okay. Okay, so I think we did it.
Hey, great! You sliced the encryption on those cards. They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all.
All right. And we do know that an old man did go in and did shoot, so it looks like Sundry did it. So what is in the east courtyard? So Otto East should probably take us, this should probably be where the Sith door is? Where the Sith compound is?
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
This is a public street.
Hiding behind the Selkath laws. Typical Republic cowardice.
All right, so what is down here? This is swoop registration. So we could do some swoop racing to make some extra cash. And what's behind this door? There's an Emporium. And okay, there's the Sith. All right. But we're going to have to save for today. What is which day is this? I think this is which day is this? Hang on a moment here. I'm a little confused as to which day we're on. All right, we'll just say in day Sith. That'll give us a good enough. I mean, it'll be the last save anyways. But yeah, so we're ready to go into the Sith compound and find out what they're hiding. We need to find out where the Selkath children are being taken. We need to find a droid head, a droid's recording, and we need to try and find the the recording of what they know, or find out some information as to what they did to try and be like, hey, this is what went down. But that's all gonna have to wait until tomorrow because we're out of time for today. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to consider prodding that subscribe button. The top link in the description down below will take you to our fourth wall page where we have things like our Serve the Directorate, Serve Humanity, Outer Worlds 2 inspired shirt, and much, much more. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below because YouTube isn't always great about notifying you guys. That's everything from the Facebook page to the permanent invite for the Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, in about 2 hours, we'll be back with more Stardew Valley, particularly going for trying to catch catfish. And then tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with more Knights of the Old Republic. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio.